one of the most renowned and best series out there that has received universal acclaim, which is jam-packed with surprises, epic plot twists, all within immersive environments and unique settings, containing some of the best FPS gameplay that you can ask for, with some truly amazing moments. So without further ado, welcome to the top 25 moments from Bioshock The Collection, and just a heads up, there are some major spoilers ahead. We begin this countdown with a joint entry to the intros of Bioshock 1 and Infinite, where we're introduced to these brand new worlds in fantastic fashion for the very first time. Columbia with its gorgeous colour palette was truly breathtaking, and Rapture was atmospheric, fascinating and creepy as heck at number 25. In Bioshock 1, to witness the devastating display of power the Big Daddy would bring to defend the little sister for the first time, as nothing more than a spectator mere feet away, was a gripping and bone-chilling moment which really put you on edge for your first eventual encounter at number 24. In Bioshock Infinite, on the path to Comstock House, Elizabeth and Duet narrowly escape an encounter with Songbird. Songbird provides such an intimidating presence, much like a Big Daddy, of which is relentless in its pursuit of Elizabeth throughout Infinite, but this scene, it really made your hairs stand on end, creating a rather intense, edge of your seat moment to remember at number 23. In Bioshock 2 we play the whole game as a Big Daddy, but it was in Bioshock 1 where we got to suit up as the big guy for the first time, protecting the little sister against oncoming threats, which was thoroughly entertaining, feeling like a dominant force to be reckoned with at number 22.
Here, take this. Stick it in the bad man.
To come face to face with Grace, Stanley and Gil in Bioshock 2 after learning their misdeeds and dealing with all the dramas that they put you through, resulting in your overall choice of their fate, which would change certain events and a deciding factor to the endgame, were satisfying choice-driven moments at number 21.
Come on, you goddamn monster. Do what you always do. Come on!
In Bioshock Infinite, the Vox have our main protagonists completely outmatched and overwhelmed aboard the Zeppelin, until Elizabeth comes out with an idea to even the odds.
I need you to protect me. Will you do it? Will you do this for me? Just this one last thing.
This battle to protect the Zeppelin airship with the added support of Songbird provided a frantic and chaotic FPS set piece from Infinite. There was really nothing quite like watching the Songbird rip opposing airships to absolute shreds, producing an overall superb moment at number 20. In the Burial at Sea Episode 2 DLC of Bioshock Infinite, after saving a Big Daddy bouncer and watching it bond to the little sisters, to witness Dr. Suchong step out of line before the Big Daddy and meet his gruesome end in such graphic detail was an outcome most unexpected yet deserving of number 19. In Bioshock 2, to learn that Sophia Lamb has captured Sinclair and turned him into a Big Daddy after everything that he had done for us throughout the story, proving to be a trustworthy ally, was quite unexpected. With what little humanity he had left in him, to request Delta to bring his life to an end is a touching and rather emotional moment at number 18.
So long, kid. Thank you.
In Bioshock 1, to reach the submarine bay to save Atlas's family and to see everything go down taking a turn for the worse in the way that it did, created a surreal moment that was built up perfectly, delivering a truly emotional payoff at this stage of the game at number 17.
Get out! Get out and get to Arcadia! Jesus Christ!
Our next entry is taking on the main antagonist of Bioshock 2's DLC of Minerva's Den in Reed Wall.
The Tinker is shut down. That leaves only two variables, you and me. The equation ends here.
Wrestling over control for the Thinker against Reed Wool is an over-the-top, action-packed battle in which Mr. Wool will throw everything at you, including the kitchen sink, producing an exciting set piece putting your skills to the test to bring this traitor down. At number 16. Crushed by the sheer pressure of the ocean, Elizabeth comforts Songbird in its final moments as it quickly becomes apparent that we have indeed returned to Rapture in Bioshock Infinite. For me and many other players, especially if this was your first time playing through, it was exciting to return to Rapture, as you were completely unaware that Infinite was linked to the city at the bottom of the ocean, creating a nostalgic and awesome moment. At number 15.
City at the bottom of the ocean. Ridiculous.
The end game to Bioshock 1 is next for the epic climax with Frank Fontaine in an intense showdown to finish off the mastermind for good, and depending on your choices throughout your playthrough, determined the ending sequence, sending out the original Bioshock in style. At number 14.
And since the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
We come across a really high point in the series for our next entry, in Bioshock 2, where we get to take control and play as the Little Sister. Due to their psychological conditioning, the Little Sisters distinguish things differently, and we get to experience Rapture through their eyes, witnessing how they perceive the city under the ocean, completely oblivious to its harsh reality. This really provided a moment of brilliance, answering a lot of questions, which was great to play through. At number 13. The ending to Bioshock Infinite's Burial at Sea Episode 1 DLC is next, because it threw everything at you. From finding Sally and her transformation to a little sister, a surprise fight with a Big Daddy, and discovering that Duet is in fact another version of Comstock which managed to escape Elizabeth's purge. Overall, this moment delivered in droves and really threw a spanner in the works, producing a phenomenal revelation. At number 12.
She wasn't yours, Comstock. Oh no. I wasn't.
No.
Yet you had to have me, didn't you?
The wrath of the Big Sisters in Bioshock 2 are next, though more specifically, your first battle to the end. From the very start of the game, the Big Sister stalks Subject Delta constantly, with subtle teases, her deafening screeches throughout, leading to your inevitable first encounter. Here the music intensifies greatly, putting you right in the moment, delivering a challenging battle where suspense overall was built up flawlessly. Every battle from here on against Big Sisters are always intense and exciting, but it's your very first that resonates the most. At number 11.
Big Sister doesn't want you playing with me.
Saving Eleanor and have her join you in battle at your side as a Big Sister fighting through the remnants of the Rapture family to the story's conclusion was an extremely welcome aspect of Bioshock 2.
Summon the Big Sister to fight by your side. Warning, nothing lasts forever.
As stated with our previous entry, we all know how terrifying a Big Sister could be, so to turn the tables and have Eleanor at your side as a Big Sister that could be summoned at will can only really be described with one word: awesome. At number 10. Big Daddies are present throughout the whole collection, but it's the Big Daddies from Bioshock 1 which really stand out from the series, as the moment you enter a room and hear those heavy footsteps, you know things are about to become very intense, as every single encounter you're always in for the fight of your life.
Time to go now.
There's a reason why that when you think of Bioshock, you instantly think of the Big Daddy as the mascot for the series, and that's because they make such a big and lasting impression, as each battle always provides an exhilarating experience, placing these encounters at number 9. The Monument Tower escape from Bioshock Infinite is next, as it was a thrill ride through its entirety to escape Songbird's grasp. This really was a moment that ticked all the right boxes to create a fantastic set piece. It had desperation, panic, plenty of destruction, along with a musical score which got more intense throughout, overall creating an exceptional moment that stood out early on from Infinite. At number 8. Bioshock 2 had a total of 6 possible endings which were determined by choices throughout the story, but it's the positive, compassionate ending which ultimately shines through the most. Seeing Eleanor save her mother despite everything that she'd put you through, Delta's essence being preserved amongst the little sisters that you'd rescued with newfound hope going forward, made all your choices worth it, delivering such a loving, gentle and touching ending at number 7.
For the world is about to change, and in our story, Rapture was just the beginning.
Completing Sander Cohen's masterpiece in Bioshock 1 takes the next position, as it was oddly intriguing to do as you were told by the madman, to take certain photos of deceased individuals to create a rather unusual work of art. This was a rather particular and extremely unique moment which really stood out from the collection but fit perfectly into this chaotic world, creating a truly bizarre and standout moment at number 6. Throughout Bioshock 1 and 2 we play in Rapture, a dark and dreary place on the verge of total collapse with violence around every corner. It's truly a grim environment but has you questioning constantly, what would it have actually been like prior to its downfall? So in the Burial at Sea Episode 1 DLC of Bioshock Infinite, that question is finally answered, and we get to see the city under the ocean before said events lit up like a Christmas tree. Big daddies are at work, shops and businesses are booming, jam-packed with people completely full of life, providing us with a most welcome treat and an exceptional moment at number 5.
What happened to these children? What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Your little sisters.
In Bioshock 2's DLC of Minerva's Den, we play as the Big Daddy Alpha series, Subject Sigma, in which we're aided by Charles Milton Porter to regain control of the Finca. Learning of everything that Charles went through, especially the loss of his wife and the lengths that he would go to potentially bring her back through the Finca, only to discover through the game's story and lore that Subject Sigma is in fact Charles Milton Porter, was a surprise we never saw coming. This was honestly a moment that, when realised, really pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, delivering a great reveal and some excellent storytelling at number 4.
How have you been?
Just wonderful, Milton. I've missed you, though. It's been so long.
No, this isn't right. It isn't her.
In Bioshock Infinite, after Elizabeth gains complete control of her powers, learning of the Sea of Doors and the reveal of the multiverse, with Duet not just as himself but as the main antagonist Zachary Comstock as well. Multiple Elizabeths or Annas would appear as part of a purge to end the tyrant in countless universes, ultimately ending with your death, provided us with a moment that we knew was coming due to the unpredictability and twists of the first 2 games, but we never knew when or how big it was going to be, really opening up the Bioshock series to endless possibilities, providing us with a revelation and a phenomenal moment in storytelling at number 3.
He's Zachary Comstock. He's Booker DeWitt.
No. Both.
The end of the whole story, or the beginning if you prefer, things becoming full circle at the end of Bioshock Infinite's Burial at Sea Episode 2 DLC was a right corker. Elizabeth retrieving the activation key, setting in motion the events of Bioshock 1, which would climax on a positive note, and seeing Elizabeth's inevitable fate provided a most unexpected outcome which was extremely original and unique for any video game series. To witness and be a part of this full circle overall left the collection on a very high note, creating a bold and brave move in storytelling, leaving us with a moment that we'd never forget at number 2.
It says, "Would you kindly?"
The seemingly innocent requests and tasks from Atlas in Bioshock 1 aiding you through Rapture in exchange for helping his family, leading to an almighty twist that you never saw coming despite subtle hints, was absolute genius.
Was a man sent to kill or a slave? A man chooses, a slave obeys.
You're Andrew Ryan's illegitimate son, deployed by Atlas, revealed as the evil mastermind Frank Fontaine all along as nothing more than his puppet. your own free will denied by a trigger phase. Would you kindly?
Would you kindly head to Ryan's office?
Everything was built up flawlessly, providing a masterclass narrative approach not just in gaming, but in storytelling as a whole, producing a twist that was truly incredible, easily making this our best moment from Bioshock The Collection, and our #1 spot. So that brings us to the end of our video, and I hope you enjoyed. The Bioshock Collection is one of those series that's fun from start to finish, and it always seems to impress by pushing the boundaries of what's possible in gaming, so I can't wait to see what Bioshock 4 brings to the table. But again, if you're still here, then thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel, as it would be greatly appreciated, and if you can, then please stick with me as I'll be bringing a new video to you soon. Take care now, Gavinchi out.